Woohoo! It is Friday. I'm excited. I hope you're excited. If you were on the live with me yesterday, you know that I went out the night before. Like legit went out to a casino, went to a concert, went to bed at 1 a.m. And last night I slept 10 hours. So I am a new person. Okay. Welcome everybody. I am going to tap the screen to say welcome for the people that are joining. If you are new, if you're like, what are we talking about? Who is this girl? My name's Alexandra. I'm founder of Life with Herpes. I have been publicly speaking about my herpes diagnosis since 2017. So I've been speaking on it for quite a while now. I was diagnosed with HSV-1 oral in 2003 and HSV-2 genital down there in 2011. With that being said, like I said, I've been speaking publicly about my diagnosis since 2017. So I have been speaking about it for a long time. My goal, people will ask me, why are you sharing your personal information? Why are you talking about your relationship with your husband? Where I don't give intimate details, I am here to speak about what life is like when you are diagnosed with herpes. It is terrifying. It is isolating. It is embarrassing. And what happens when we're diagnosed is we go into this hibernation. I like to call it Eeyore. We go into the Eeyore phase of walking around with a rain cloud. We all know Eeyore from Winnie the Pooh, and we feel like we have a rain cloud over our head. And it's my goal to get you out of the Eeyore phase. So whether that takes you a couple of weeks, whether that takes you a couple of years. Personally, I was in the Eeyore phase for 2 years, and that's 2 years too long, and it's my goal to help get you through this phase. So I'm an open book. Ask me questions, all right? So what, and I see I have food and stuck in my teeth. Ask me questions of what you would like to know when it comes to living with herpes. Also, if you are on here and you're like, oh, I've just met you, I don't know who you are. My name's Alexandra. Follows, likes, shares, the hearts, all those things are greatly appreciated. I definitely appreciate seeing them. I like seeing the hearts. Thank you for the follows. The last live I did, I definitely had a lot of new followers. So if you're here, I would love to welcome you and thank you for joining the community here. But definitely the follows and shares help. So if you have someone that knows that you have herpes, let me rephrase that. If you know someone that has herpes that needs to hear this information, please don't keep it a secret and let them know about the Life with Herpes community. Okay, so for those of you that have been on with me before, you know that I get hundreds of questions and I do my best to answer them in the order in which they are received. I don't always get through all of them. I do my best to get through all of them. This app likes to silence some of the questions, so do your best to ask them in a rated G fashion. Definitely PG can get thrown off, so I would go with rated G. All right, how often are you taking Lysine when you're taking it constantly? So I take Lysine daily. I have it out. I just posted a video on Lysine, so you'll probably see it if you go to my profile. I don't know. You go to my page, you go to where my videos are housed. I don't know if you go wherever they are. So this is Lysine. This is by Natural Cure Labs, aka Palmera Health. They are the only brand that I trust when it comes to Lysine. There's people that come at me all the time saying, Alexandra, will you try my Lysine? Alexandra, will you promote my Lysine? And my answer is no, because this is the best one out there and I don't want to mess around. And I am very, very cautious about what I recommend. And I'm very, very cautious about what it is that you guys take. So I'm very healthy myself. I don't put just anything in my body. So this is what I take. I take Lysine. The recommended amount is is 600 milligrams. So it's going to be what you feel comfortable with. If you have questions, you want to take more, you could definitely talk to your doctor about taking more. But this is what I take daily and I do not mess around with it. I did, however, the other night, it was funny. I was saying earlier on this live, I went out, I went to a concert, I went to a casino, I went gambling, and I went to bed at 1 a.m. and I'm in bed at like 8:30 every night. So for me to go to bed at 1 a.m. is like, whoa, Alexandra got wild. Anyways, I was too tired to take Lysine. So I didn't take the other night, but I do take it daily and it is an absolute non-negotiable for me. People are asking what does it do? How does it support? So lysine is an essential amino acid. It's a protein. It's a protein. Here, I'll move this around while I go pick it up. It's a protein that's required for our body. It's essential. So it's something that we need to take for the building blocks of our health or the building blocks of our body. It's really great for tendon repair. It's really great I read where it's also great for hair. It's great for metabolizing other minerals and nutrients in our body. Why this is effective when it comes to talking about herpes and why it's effective with helping with repair, why it's helpful when talking about speeding up recovery and even potentially preventing outbreaks is because the opposite side is this thing called lysine. It's also arginine. It's also an essential amino acid, and it's something that we consume in our foods just like lysine. But arginine is lighter fluid for the herpes virus. The herpes virus loves arginine. It allows it to replicate. So by taking lysine, it helps block the replication of arginine. So this is why this is important. Okay, hold the bottle still. Sorry. I just set up my shop. I honestly don't even know what to tell you to do. Like, add products that you can feature on your live. Oh, I can't do it while I'm live. Okay. Add. Done. Is it showing up, guys? Did it just show up? I have no idea. Okay. Did it work? Did it show up on the live? Yeah. There we go. I can add enough. No. Got it. Okay. Guys, I don't know what I'm doing. It's my first time doing it. Boom. Okay. Is it there? Is it there? Did it work? Can you guys see it? Is it pinned in my shop? Guys, let me know. It's my first time doing it. Okay, yay, how exciting. Okay, let me add. Whoa, how fun is that? Okay, so that is lysine. It's pinned for you. You can check it out. The next herpes non-negotiable. Yay, you bought it now. Yay, it's right here. Yay, look at that. Okay, so this is the lysine. The other one I pinned, I think, was monolaurin and lysine. I'll have to go check because it was clearly my first time doing. Okay, this is my other non-negotiable. There's extra strength, there's regular, whatever floats your boat. Extra strength just means you get more and less swallows. The capsule, this has 800 milligrams. The regular, I think, is 600 milligrams. Monolaurin is lauric acid. What lauric acid does is it helps, or what monolaurin is it comes from mother's milk, comes from human breast milk. So not cow milk, not, I don't know, cat milk, I don't know, just human breast milk. And what we discovered, or what has been discovered, is scientists were like, why is it that human babies are born all over the world, and some of them are born in sanitary conditions and some of them are born in very unsanitary conditions, and how that they all survive? It's from the human breast milk that is mostly containing lauric acid. So what this does is it dissolves, it disrupts, the enveloped virus. Enveloped viruses are HSV. Enveloped viruses are other viruses like the common cold, the flu. Those viruses have a shell around them, and when they have a shell, our immune system cannot penetrate it. So this disrupts that outer layer. It also is very helpful with other bacterial infections that we have. And so anyways, this is a non-negotiable. And then my last non-negotiable is angiographis, which is extremely potent when it comes to the HSV virus specifically. This I also take daily, which is also a non-negotiable for me. So let me see if I pinned it, guys. Sorry if it goes blank. Let's see. I did lysine, monolaurin. Okay, let me see what I'm doing. Let's add that. And add. I think I got it, guys. Did it work? Did it work? Did it work? Did it work? Pin. Oh, I can only pin one. I had no idea. Okay, I'm gonna pin the lysine and monolaurin. Okay. I hope that worked, guys. I guess you can only pin one thing. I don't know. All right, let me go back to the questions. Again, this was my first time pinning a product. It was so exciting. Okay. Thank you for the follows. Thank you for the shares. I saw them coming in. Where do you get it? The one that you have. So I just pinned them. They're also in my store. If you go to my profile, they're in my store. Are they safe for pregnancy? So doctors are going to tell you no, because there's not been any test done on like, no mom is going to sign up and say, let me do a test on my baby and see if, what these supplements are like. So I would say talk to your doctor. Monolaurin and lysine are something that you consume naturally in products. But I personally did not take anything when I was pregnant. I was did not take anything unless it was recommended by my doctor. I did not even take the antiviral. I took the antiviral the last few weeks of my pregnancy in order to have a vaginal delivery, but I did not take them. I did not take them while pregnant. Does it itch when you have an outbreak? It itches for me. Can you tongue kiss and not transfer a cold sore when you have no outbreak? So, okay, HSV1 or HSV2 can be oral herpes. So most people think that oral herpes is HSV1, and where HSV1 most commonly is orally, you can still have HSV2 orally. So back to the question, can you not transfer cold sore? So a cold sore is an active blister. So cold sore isn't, a cold sore is a synonym for a blister. A cold sore isn't a synonym for I don't know. Cold sore is when you have an active blister. So if you do not have an active blister, you're less likely to transmit the virus. You still can be contagious, and this is the part that's frustrating. You still can be contagious because there's a thing called viral shedding. And as the hosts, we do not know when the virus is shedding. It's silent and it's typically asymptomatic. With that being said, can you make out with a partner? Absolutely. If you have no outbreaks, great. I would just say let your partner be aware and let your partner know if he or she is okay with that or cool with that. 2 out of 3 people have HSV1, so it's very common that a partner has already kissed somebody with herpes. Herpes doesn't live, the HSV virus does not live in saliva. Saliva can transfer it because it can be a vehicle in which it's transmitted, but it does not live in saliva. So as far as can you kiss someone? Absolutely. Is there a chance of transmitting it? There is still a chance, but it's going to be something that eventually in a relationship, you're going to get over it. My husband doesn't care. I kiss him and he's never caught it. Is there something your partner can take? I would say what your partner can do mostly is boost his or her own immune system. The stronger your partner's immune system, the less likely your partner is to pick it up or contract it. How do you know when you're shedding? Unfortunately, you don't know when you're shedding. There would be some signs if you do have symptomatic shedding. That can mean that you have maybe some tingles, some itches, some prodromes, but asymptomatic shedding, you have no idea. Back to the questions on pregnancy, are the supplements, are they okay for pregnancy? They're not going to be recommended for pregnancy, and I'd say ask your doctor. The supplement is also great for appetite control. I don't know which one that is. Which supplement is great for appetite control? I don't know about that. Is there medication that will prevent others that do not have it? There is not at this point. There's no medication at this point that will prevent transmission to others. You were told by your doctor that I was exposed to it sometime in my life. Should I start taking them? So if you were told by your doctor that you were exposed to it at some time in your life, that must mean that you test positive for it. That must mean that you have it. Being exposed to it and testing positive, if it's in your antibodies, that means that you have it. I'd say I'm not a doctor, but in my personal opinion, if I tested positive for HSV and do not get outbreaks, I would not do anything different I'm not getting outbreaks. So I wouldn't take anything to change. My body's doing what it's supposed to be doing. With that being said, you do need to disclose to partners that you do have it. You can still unfortunately transmit it, even though you've never had an outbreak. Yay, yay, yay. People, yay, you bought some supplements. I love that. Yes, supplements are on sale right now. When this outbreak goes from red to whitish, does it mean that it's healing and will scab over? Most likely. It does get kind of juicy. It gets kind of fluidy, like they're fluid-filled blisters. So yeah. Does lysine help prevent outbreaks? Yes, lysine helps block the replication of the herpes virus. So this is the lysine. It helps block the replication of the herpes virus. Someone saying they've never had a scab. Everyone's going to be different. Some people never get out. They just get like a little paper cut. Some people get the full bone blisters that have a scab. It really is just depending on your body. How long have I had it? I was diagnosed with HSV-1 in 2003 and HSV-2 in 2011. Why do I still get outbreaks? It's probably, well, it's your immune system. It's your nervous system. It's, this virus is pretty tricky, and it's its purpose to have outbreaks. There might be some other things going on underlying that you're not aware of. Something I just posted on my story was talking about forgiveness. And I'm going away from the medical side. I'm going more emotional side. But forgiveness is extremely important to forgive. A lot of times if we're holding on to forgiveness and resentment and not forgiving all of those things, then we're holding on to those emotions, and they can cause turmoil in our bodies where we may not realize that we're holding on to it. That's really important. The two things I talk about practicing are forgiveness, forgiving our partners. Whether our partner knew or did not know that he or she had herpes, it's important to forgive him and important to forgive her. Any facts on if pescatarian diet is good or makes it worse? I've eaten this way since I was born. I'd keep doing you. If you're a pescatarian, keep eating pescatarian. I do know that fish is very high in lysine, so that's important. Lysine is what's going to help block the replication. The recommended dose on here for monolaurin and lysine, so the recommended dose is 1,000 milligrams. And so this is 1,000 milligrams, so that's what's recommended. The monolaurin lysine combination, do I have it right here? Is a 1-to-1. Ooh, wow. Is a 1-to-1, so you can take it 1-to-1. It's like one pill. So that's what's recommended. Someone asked if they should be taking Valtrex daily if they're getting constant outbreaks. I would direct you to talk to your doctor and see what's going on. Valtrex is the antiviral. It's Valtrex, valcyclovir, acyclovir. Those are the antivirals that can help keep the virus dormant in our body. The longer you have it, the less you'll get. Your first year is the worst. The first year you have herpes is your worst. You have most of your outbreaks in your first year just because your body's learning to acclimate with it. Is there a little cart though, and we see what's in the cart? I think I added a cart. I don't know. It's my first time. How much is the daily combination? So the recommended is 1,000 milligrams. We love pharmaceutical advertisements. We love moms. Okay, so let's see. Someone was diagnosed with genital HSV-2 and you're not sure how to manage it. All right, so the first thing I would do is I would go download the, it's not a toolkit. I have a download. It is a free download. It's 21 pages. It is Outbreak Remedies. This is what I would go to if I was first diagnosed. Go download it. It's free. I've been working on it. I've been adding it since 2017. It walks you through all of the steps of being first diagnosed. What is lysine? It talks about diet. It talks about remedies to help deal with your first outbreaks. That's number one. Number two, I would join a community. I obviously have a community and I created it because I was so alone when I was first diagnosed, but there's lots of people out there now that have herpes communities, so I recommend finding one that you think works best for you and that resonates most with you. By finding a community and being able to talk about it, by finding others like you is going to be key in your healing. Because what happens is we go into three things. We have our fight, flight, or freeze. If you're a fighter, you're literally going to go fight the person or fight the cause. If you're a flighter, you're going to just pretend like it doesn't exist and either turn to other ways to soothe yourself. That can be drugs, that can be alcohol, that can be other things that can be very destructive. And then third and foremost is the freezer, is the person that's like, I don't know what to do. I'm just going to sit here and I'm like not going to leave my house and I can barely open my curtains. I don't want to see sunshine and I just want to stay in bed all day. Whichever phase you're in, I would love to see you work through that. We don't want to stay in our Eeyore phase. We want to get through that. So I would say find a community that resonates with you and join that community and lean on them. Well, the antivirals and supplements help with less outbreaks and shedding. So the only thing that's proven would be the antivirals according to the CDC. They state that they will help with the shedding and they will help lessen transmission by 48%. So the antivirals are the only thing that are quote unquote proven to help. The supplements also have some studies done, but that's not backed by, say, the CDC or the FDA. So they are also very helpful in especially lysine and monolaurin. I mean, there's a lot of studies out there that help with this and can help you boost your immune system and help you block the replication of the herpes virus. How long did it take for your outbreak to cut down each year significantly? I don't know. I would just say I couldn't give you a percent of like how much, but it's significantly less than the first year. Does monolaurin have arginine? It does not. Do I take 1,000 milligrams a day? I do take that. Whoa, look at all the shares I just got. Thank you. I appreciate that. Silly question. Can HSV transfer be by a clean cup and so can HSV? No. Okay, someone's asking, how does herpes or HSV1 or HSV2 get transferred? So it's a skin-to-skin transmission. This hand has herpes, this hand does not. Boom, transfer happens. Now you could say, well, use my tea that I'm drinking. I do not have an active outbreak. Let's say I took a sip, pass it to you. Chances are I'm not shedding the virus. Chances are you would not get the virus. Let's say I had an active outbreak, and let's say I took a sip, and I said, here you go, and you took a sip in the exact same spot of my active outbreak and there's oozing viral DNA, yeah, you're probably going to get it from the cup, right? So would you get it hours later? Probably not. But would you get it immediately? Would you get it instantly? Your body's going to come in contact with the viral DNA. Another great example. This is our SPF lip balm. It's the best, by the way. It's specifically designed for people with oral herpes. It's something I use daily. I can't live without. I am obsessed with it. But let's say I had an active outbreak right now. And let's say I put this on and let's say I get in there and it gets into that oozy viral DNA and I go, hey, do you want to try it? This could transfer it. But would it transfer it hours later or days later? No. You know what I'm trying to say? So the chapstick is a vehicle. My tea is a vehicle. Utensils can be a vehicle if someone has an active outbreak, but once they've been cleaned, you're good to go. I'm definitely in freeze. I was diagnosed in May of 23, and since then I've stayed home and don't trust anyone. All right, you need to join our community. It's linked for you somewhere. Go join our community. It is a monthly subscription. It's worth it. We have 8 calls a month. So they're live, they're on Zoom. You get to see my face. You get to see other people throughout the world that are on there. You don't have to show your face if you don't want to. But it is absolutely a community. We have people from all ages, all backgrounds, and demographics and things like that. So I think it's amazing. And I wish that I would have had this when I was first diagnosed. And so that's why I created it. It's called the Secret Society. And it is the online community. So it'll be all linked in my bio. The chapstick is the SPF Lifesaver Lip Balm. It is the first product we actually created. And it's because there's no products out there that were specifically for herpes. And what I like about this one, well, first of all, I use it daily because it just feels good. But the ingredients that we have in here that are specific for herpes is there is lysine in here. So if you do have an outbreak and you're going to be putting lysine topically onto the outbreak. And then there's also peppermint oil, which is very potent in dealing. It's an antiviral dealing with the herpes virus. These are some things that are in the Secret Society Wellness store. You can either go to secretsocietywellness.com or I do have them all linked for you. At least I should have them linked for you. We do have a new product out. Oops. Gosh, I'm dropping everything today. We do have a new product out. It is the Herpes Fix-It Salve. It is made with Manuka honey. It has frankincense oil in it. It has some other great oils in it. You can really use it anyway. It is very salvy. It's not solid like this. Like if you want something that you can travel with, I would say I would do the SPF lip balm and I would do the Rescue Balm. They're very similar. This is just there has slightly different ingredients, but this is more for down there. I do love the way it smells. It's for down there, and then this one is for the oral. Very similar ingredients. This too has peppermint, but it also has eucalyptus in it. So great products. Anyways, can someone contract HSV1 while wearing protection and the girl has no outbreak? Yes, it's going to be really hard, especially, if you are using protection, that lessens the transmission rate between 30 and 50%. So the condom is only effective 30 to 50% of the time. And if you have no outbreak, you could still have the viral shedding. Unfortunately, that's how a lot of the viruses transfer, but I would say that it's pretty small pickings. Can someone, thank you, appreciate it. I've had HSV2 for 27 years and rarely ever get outbreaks. What are the percentages of having viral shedding? I don't know. Everybody's going to be different. If you've had it for 27 years, you probably don't shed that often. In your first year, it's more often and more common, but I don't like to quote like a percent just because everyone's going to be so different and there really is no way that you would know. All right, my friends, I'm really excited. I set up the shop for the first time. Look at that. I'm going to give myself some hearts. Like I said earlier, if you know someone that needs to hear this information, please share it with them. If you have herpes, definitely follow Life with Herpes. Follow me. Because I am here sharing my life. I'm sharing what it is to live with herpes. I'm married. I have a little boy. I'm a mommy. And I manage just fine. All right. I appreciate you. What is viral shedding? Viral shedding is every living organism sheds. So like we shed our hair. Like I just got a hair that came out. Not that you can even see it. I had a hair come out. Trees drop their leaves. Viruses shed their viral DNA. So it's when the virus wants to rid itself, it pops up to the surface of the skin. Even if you don't have an outbreak, you can still be contagious. All right, guys, thank you, thank you, thank you. I will see you all soon. Have a very Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Holidays, and I'll see you soon. Bye.